Hi everyone and welcome back to Dream Queen. I'm already stepping on stuff. Oh, I'm kicking things around. Give me a second. Alright. Let me get comfortable on my ball. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, down below in the description you'll find a link to a video where I explain exactly what it is that I do. I just call it PERLA'S gift. It is a generational gift, so I do sometimes use oracle cards or tarot cards just to clarify a few things, or confirmation, I guess I should say, not really clarify. I do things a little different. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. This is a video from yourself. So these are the divine feminine to themselves. And it really doesn't matter whether you're a male or a female, body-wise anyways, we deal with energy. So I just heard like a duck quacking in my head. It was so weird. Hasn't happened in such a long time. Anywho. So I usually always start off with a song if it comes to me. This time around it was a little different. I ended up waking up and I was just looking through my phone. I usually write a quote, like an inspirational quote, to my kids every morning. We have a whiteboard in the kitchen. So usually I'll wake up and I'll put a message for them before they head to school. But it wasn't a message that I wrote for them. It was something that came to me as I was looking for it. And then, you know, it kind of puts in together the song that ended up coming through hours later. So the quote, oh my God, I can't speak, is by Bruce Lee. And it says, "Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to act in the presence of fear." So, you know, people are always saying that you have to let go of fear. Fear, it is not something that you can technically let go of, in my opinion. It is something that you have to face, and it's something that you have to overcome on a day-to-day basis, because we're programmed to constantly be afraid of something at one point or another. So to me that was actually quite beautiful, because it is true. It is the ability to act in the presence of it. So that really spoke volume to me personally. Oh, sorry, there's like the trucks keep on coming back and forth in the backyard, so just ignore it. And if the dogs start barking, it's because of the sound. I try keeping the fans on so they don't hear it, but you know, they're dogs. Anyways, so the song, I had never heard it before. I guess it's a new song from Celine Dion, and it's called Courage. And the verse that spoke out to me was, "Courage, don't you dare fail me now. I need you to keep away the doubts." So I'm not exactly sure who wants to admit and who doesn't, but the past few days, for me it has been a couple of weeks that I've been dealing with it. There has been a lot of, how can I put it this way? A lot of purging for the DFs. There's a lot of things that you have dealt with that are still coming up, and they're not coming up to torture you. They're just coming up in a way, in an essence, for some of you to remind you how far you've come. For some of you is maybe there's an underlying issue that you haven't dealt with yet, and for others of you it's just a quick reminder that you have to do some work. So yes, I have been offline for about 4 or 5 days now. I can't remember. I started over the weekend, last weekend, I don't want to say purging, but, and I don't want to say fighting. Let's say neutralizing Deanne's generational feminine energy. So the DMs have a lot of feminine energy from generations back that need healing. So unfortunately, before I used to take on tasks like this without knowing it, and it would destroy me. Like I would be in bed for like weeks with fevers and vomiting, and completely, like my body would be completely out of whack. But it wasn't because I was aware of what I was doing. Now that I am aware of what I'm doing, it still kind of knocks me down, but like I ran a fever, but it didn't last over 24 hours. I had other symptoms, but they weren't as bad. There they start, as they used to be. Now, I tend to do other things. Zena, it's okay. So start back. Yes, she's talking to me. I'm gonna have to pause. Give me a second. Okay, I think she's done. So what I was trying to say was, it is not that I am healing completely. I'm not healing the DM. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm trying to do is work with the feminine energy from either this generation, the generation prior, and generations before that. So regardless of whether you believe in past lives or just DNA itself, if you look into DNA, we carry up to like 4 generations of DNA. But in essence, it's actually more than that, because if I carry 4, and my mother carries 4, and my grandmother carried 4, and her grandmother carried 4, then it is, you know, we're going all the way back to the beginning. So sometimes there are things that are not healed in certain generations. So I usually was able to tap into my own thing and started healing that. But most recently, I started tapping into DM's energy to see what it is and on their side that needs healing, and how can I assist. And it's basically this feminine energy that is hurt and is in pain and is afraid, in essence, to let go of these masculines. And what I say, when I say let go, I'm not saying like, oh, you know, you're not part of our family, but more is with everything that either these generations before them experienced from hurt and heartbrokenness and pain, and you know, we can go back to torture and things like that. They're just afraid for the generation that is here now. So the only way that they know how to protect is to, in essence, kind of keep them isolated from anybody that is outside the family. That is like what I sensed when I was going through it. So I have been dealing with that energy. Now, you can imagine how overwhelming that can be, because it's not, let's say, my DM or 10 specific DMs energies, like, you know, feminine generational energies that I'm dealing with. It's more than that. And they're in pain. But my hope is that as I'm dealing with this, and I'm helping them, then the DMs themselves are able to feel that release, that it's okay to be loved and it's okay to love. And I hope that makes sense. And the only reason why I'm mentioning this is because it ties on to our reading, the feminines, the DFs. So, you know, we have to stop being afraid of who we are. And we have to stop trying to fit a mold. And we have to stop caring so much about what people are going to say or what people are going to think. Because in essence, the only person that we are at the end hurting is ourselves. So if something comes up, if something triggers you, then dive into it. Okay, I get it. If you're at work or you're like at a function with the kids or whatever, if you have kids, I always use kids because I have kids. I get it that you're not going to dive into it right there and then. I get that. But then schedule the time to dive into that feeling. If you don't know how to, honestly, I think I'm going to have to make like videos, like short videos on how I do it. I usually always start with writing. So even if at the first, you know, 2 or 3 minutes of writing I don't get anything, eventually it does come up, because then eventually you just start writing and the emotions start coming out with it. So I ended up writing a lot of things that aren't even things that I experienced myself with my DM, but that I knew that DFs collectively have been experiencing. So there was a lot that was coming up that was DMs that have children with other females. So that kept coming up a lot. How you, in an essence, feel betrayed because he had kids with someone that was not you. How he, if for those that he is still in a relationship with the mother of the children or whatever it is, that how is it that he doesn't see that she's not the one. For those that are having problems with family members, your DM's family members, or especially like their mothers. The mothers came up a lot, DM's moms. A lot of you are still hurt over that. There was a lot of energy coming over with DM choosing work, DM choosing other people, DM choosing... It was just like overwhelming, to be completely honest with you, because a lot of it doesn't really matter. So my thing is, if God, universe, source, whatever you choose to call, comes to you and tells you, you know, you are a twin flame, you are a DF, but that's not your DM. Will you still have the courage to go on? Will you still carry on and go on into your mission, even if that person that you thought was your DM is not your DM? Because if your answer is no, then you are not as healed as you thought you were. Because it is not about a specific person that you have in mind. It is about aligning yourself, about loving yourself. So if in the meantime, to finish healing, and like I said, I should rephrase that. If in the meantime, to heal the part that you're stuck in right now, because we never finish healing, you need to kind of not put a name to your DM and just be like, oh, my DM, my DM, my DM, and not associate him with the person that you know it is, so that it can make it easier, then do that. Because I feel that a lot of us, and I say us because I'm a DF as well, are getting stuck in that end goal of wanting him here now. And all you're doing is sabotaging yourself. All you're doing is hurting yourself. So then you go into this, that's what was happening. Like yesterday, I could not keep one straight thought. And I was like, oh my God. And you know, yes, could I have stopped it at any minute? Yes, but I felt that it was something that needed to be purged. And if I can, in an essence, purge and help start that purging process for the rest of you, then I'm going to do it. Does it hurt? Yes. Do I want to be laying down in bed, running a fever, and not being able to drink or eat and feel like crap? No, I do not. But again, if it's going to give some of you clarity, if it's going to help some of you realize where it is that you need to work, then yes, I'm going to do it, because my end game is not my DM. My end game is to see everybody healing. It is to see everybody moving forward. It is to see everybody else elevated. It is to see everybody else happy, joyful. That is my end game. Do you understand what I mean? Because self-love is bigger than any love anybody else can give you. And when you are sure of who you are, nobody can take that away from you. And I want everyone to get to that point, that no matter what's going around you, financially, emotionally, with your family, with your friends, with him, with his family, with his friends, with his ex, with his kids, with your kids, with whomever, you can look in the mirror and know exactly who you are and not be shaken by that, because the time to continue on being in that space is over. I mean, if you want to stay stuck there, then that's up to you. But for those that want to help, then this is what we're here for. We're here to collectively help each other. Those of you that are choosing not to take the time to heal whatever has continuously keeps on coming up, because you feel that you have healed it, then that's your perspective, that's your opinion, and that's fine. But just know that there is going to be that shadow hanging over you. Because, like I said, it can be as easily as rewriting it so that you start seeing it in a different way, or maybe there is a portion of something that you didn't heal. Be careful of who in your inner circle, people that are around you, people that you have chosen to speak to. And I'm not, these are people that are close to you. So we're talking about family, friends, people that you see. And excuse me, oh my God, I have to sneeze. Oh, it's just a yawn. Sorry. It's supposed to be a sneeze, yawn, sneeze, whatever. I'm gonna have to come up with a name for that one, right? So there is somebody close to your energy, the feminine energy. So that is intentionally seeping in doubt, but it's not, how can I say it? It's not abruptly, it's not forthcoming. So instead of saying, oh, you know, he's not your DM, is like, well, do you really think that if he's your DM, he would have done what he did to you? So instead of coming out flat and saying, oh, he's not your DM, they're going to question you so that you can question yourself. Okay. So, I'm gonna put it into words to make it too expressive. I'm trying to say. All right. So then this might be just for a very specific person, not even a group, just a person. There is an event or a gathering or something of the sort, like it can be like a community event or something like that, where you're going to be at. It's going to be like, you know, there's going to be people obviously that you know, but you're going to come face to face with your DM and the person that he's with. Now, why? Because for you specifically or in particular to this person, the emotion, I really don't want to use the word hatred, but it feels like hatred that you have towards this person that's with your DM. Needs to be healed. And I'm not saying that you're gonna see them like smushing and kissing. That's not what I'm saying. It can be like they're walking side by side or whatever it is, because they don't look like lovey-dovey. They just look like they're together at this event. After seeing you at this event, between him and this person, things are gonna, but that's not the point. The point, and when I say it's like they're gonna break up, but the point is, if we are talking of unconditional love, it is not just unconditional love for your DM. Now, I'm not sitting here and be like, oh my God, I send you, you know, love, and I send you love, and I send you love to the person. But you cannot have hatred in your heart. Like I said, I don't feel like that's for a group. That's for one very specific person. And that is what is trying to be, it has been trying to be shown to you. That you need to release that anger, hatred that you have towards that feminine, towards that female. Because it is not needed, and it doesn't need to be there. Because it's not like he and she doesn't know that they don't belong together. It is just, I feel like when you release that anger and that hatred you have towards her, then they can part ways in peace. I don't know if that makes any sense. I know things just come through like in different ways. And that's all I see for that specific person who that message was for. I'm not, they're not showing me anything else. That's in regard how long it's going to take him to come towards. That's not showing me that. Just in case anybody has any questions, that was it for the message right now. The focus is on forgiving that person. I'm not sure if maybe that person was a friend of yours or somebody that you knew and ended up messing around with your DM. I'm not sure, but it's about letting go of that hatred, that anger. Anyways, moving on to the rest of us. There are people helping your DM, not in an essence letting him know that you are it or you're the one, but giving him advice that you may not be seeing the clarity of it right now, but that in an essence is going to lead him to like back to you. Because again, a lot of the energy that I connect with is not those, like these DMs, they know that you are it, even if they don't use the word twin or whatever. This is the I only have this one deck of oracle card. I don't know, it takes me like days to pick a deck. Something has to call to me, I don't know. So this is the Angel and Ancestors oracle card. And maybe I won't forget this time and I'll write the description in the bottom. I know, I keep forgetting stuff. Anyways, so that I want to make clear. The DMs that I connect with know that you are it. Let's put it that way. But some of you have not done any work at all because you're still stuck in the it's not me that needs to do the work phase. And for those of you, I don't know, it's just more of an alignment thing. And those of you that are doing the work, like I said, it's just, I'm hoping that the purging from yesterday really does bring in clarity for people, because it's like litter. Yeah, we're like littering all over our own thoughts, our minds constantly with thinking of things that we really shouldn't. And that's the number one thing is taking control of your mind. Because we can, Jupiter 11:11 says, she talks about something about like how it takes, I don't know how many minutes, I think it's like 8 or something like that. So you're supposed to like try to shift it. I listen to her advice. So like I usually put on music when I have something that wants to seep in, and I'm like, nope, that's not true. And I just start dancing and going crazy around the house. Dancing, I mean, not going crazy like, oh my God. But, you know, there are so many people in this community that can help you. And if you're looking for more like a spiritual aspect, you know, there's people that are more focused on that. Then we have more people that are focused more on the logical. Then, you know, the scientific, like everything. So you should definitely like just look around and see what resonates with you and what really sits in your heart and speaks to your soul more than anything. This necklace is like not super straight today, which is a little annoying, but that's life. It's crooked. So it's just our thoughts we have to keep straight. So I just want to say, like, you know, if you feel stuck, if you feel like you really don't know where you're stuck or where what it is that you're not seeing, then just reach out to somebody. There's nothing wrong with asking a question. There's nothing wrong with wanting clarity on something, because at one point or another we all want it, we all need it. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull one card as to what you should be focusing on. So the Lord came up, and it says, take charge with authority. See that? Ooh. Take charge. Take charge of your life. Take charge of your thoughts. And you'll be amazed of how quickly things can shift and how quickly things will start to move forward for you. Because I feel a lot of you are stuck because of the fear. Because you might read a comment about somebody, oh, I've been doing this, I've been doing that, and my DM is nowhere near. Okay. Are you just doing that for your DM? Or are you putting yourself first? You know, I can give you a step-by-step of what I did. But if you're doing it with the mentality that it's just all about your DM, you're not going to get the same results that I did. You know what I'm saying? So 100 people can do the same thing. If the intentions are different, not everybody's going to have the same results. Because not everybody's coming from a pure heart. And I'm not saying that anybody's evil. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it really depends on what your intentions are. If your intentions about the journey is just about your DM, it's going to take you twice as long until you learn to love yourself and to put yourself first. If your intentions are about loving yourself and helping people and, you know, knowing that, yes, that is who he is, but it is okay whether he's here or not, that is different. That's my opinion anyways. And yeah, I'm not upset. I'm just kind of like a little, because I've been having the same conversation with you girls, like energetically, for like the past few days. And yesterday was kind of like, you know, the draw line, like, yeah, I get what you're saying, but doesn't change the reality of the matter. This is about learning to love you, learning to appreciate you, learning to put yourself first, learning that you are enough by yourself, regardless of anything. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's gonna sit with some of you. I like want to laugh, but I am like so thirsty right now. I just want to go drink water. I think my body's asking for another nap. Anyways, yeah, it says nap queen, because, you know, that's all I do is nap. Guys, thank you for watching. So down below we'll have the link for Jupiter 1111, who is my mentor. We'll also have Sophia, who is her mentor. She comes more from a logical sense point of view. So if that's what you were looking for, then definitely. Jupiter 1111, a lot of you already know, because a lot of you are following me because of her. She gets into more like the quantum physics and stuff like that, which I love, because I love learning new things. We also have Divine Unisoul. She deals a lot with inner child work. And to be honest with you, that was one of the things that I avoided the most, because I didn't want to deal with a lot of things. Even though I really didn't feel like I had a lot of things, because I don't have anything dramatic that I could remember of. But there were small little things that happened that impacted me in a huge way. So I definitely encourage everybody. I know that Jupiter 1111 has a playlist with, she had done this program over the summer. what was it called? I am so bad with like remembering things. My short-term memory doesn't work very well, but my long-term memory works perfect. So if you ask me like a year from now what video I did today, I can tell you what I was wearing like to the T. But if you ask me tomorrow, I'm gonna be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, that's one of the things with my narcolepsy. So anyways, just look down below on the descriptions if you have any questions or any information of the services that I do provide. Unfortunately, I am going to have to switch some stuff around because I can never seem to stay at that 15-minute level time frame when it comes to reading, because once I get started, I just go until I'm done. So I don't know. I'm still trying to work that out. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking because I have like a ton of other videos that I have to make because I want to make the zodiac signs for everybody. So I'll see you guys in a few.